Right. This vlog is going to be a bit all over the place. And it's going to be a bit like, wah! But yeah. Today is Wednesday, the 18th of October 2017. And today will mark the day that I got diagnosed with autistic spectrum disorder. Now, how do I feel about it? Relieved, happy, kind of expecting it, to be quite honest. You know, I wasn't surprised, to be quite honest. I mean, it's just like I knew I had it. Like I just knew. Like I showed traits of it, and it gives us a better understanding of who I am. Now, all my life, I haven't really been able to fit into a box and fit into a mold, and it sort of like defines who I am now, kind of thing. This is who Jessica Fielding is now. Like, why is Jessica Fielding the way she is? I'm speaking about myself in the third person. That is brilliant. Yeah, like I had like I said before, there's no structure to this vlog because like I just want to say it basically. But if I clarify a few things, right? I like the assessment today. Oh my god, it was one of the most intense things I've ever been through. Like, no word of a lie. It was just so draining. It was just like they kept on asking question after question after question after question about my childhood, about what I'm like now, why I do the things I do, relationships, friendships, routine, everything like that. Just literally everything about it. And the whole time I was either getting socks and, you know, pulling the threads out of them, like literally pulling the threads out of them and filling with the threads, or had a bobble and I was chewing the elastic out the bobble. And I'd do that without even realising it, which is one of the traits. And apparently, like, all my life, I've had this thing for plastic, and I've had this thing for paper. Like, it's and the texture. Like, I love the texture of paper. Like, I'll eat paper all the time. Like, I swear to God, like, I must go through about a notebook a month. I'm gobsmacked I've got the notebook that I've got for me photography. That's still intact. Just I'm gobsmacked I've kept that, but yeah, I chew paper, I chew cardboard, plastic. So like I'm gonna give you a prime example. I don't know. Right, okay. I could easily chew. So there's some sertraline, right? Full packet, right? If all of that was empty, right, I would eat that, right? I'm weird. I know I'm weird, right? And I'm not ashamed to say this now because it's like, I wouldn't call it an excuse, but it's sort of like, it's an understanding. Like, I don't know, it's really weird. It's sort of like, yeah, like I'm gonna wear this like autism label. Like I feel good about it. It's such a weird bloody reaction, but yeah. Like, but today though, like I was just so like getting sidetracked like all the time. Like it was a Benton house. Me where the assessment thing was. Oh my life, my brain. It was a Benton house, and it was like it's a massive building, and and the whole assessment went on for about 2.5, 3 hours, almost about 2.5 hours. It said on the thing 2.5 for 2 hours and like on the letter, and yeah, I was just so drained after it. Like, I mean, I had to either have something to eat when I got to the Gospel Civic Theatre, because it was a Streetwise Opera's 15th birthday as well, and I wanted to get to Gospel Civic Theatre. So like my mum and dad gave us a lift and everything like that, and it, like I just sat down and everything like that, and I just, like, when I was like eating me sandwich that they made for us, because I missed all the food, I was just sat there thinking, I'm autistic. This feels weird. Just find me something. Like, it was just like, how am I supposed to feel right now? It just sort of feels odd, like really strange. Like, it's just like, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, like, we also went on about how I was at school and how I got on at school, and the bullying and all mongoose has side of life, and then for some reason my brain went and decided to go on about, like, I went and decided to go on about what mongoose meant. Like, this is literally how my brain decides to work. So I went and said it, it means someone who farts a lot, someone, the S word, and stuff like that, and just someone being slow, basically. And it just sort of, like, made sense when I told them that, and then, like, then they said that I have autism. Was it autism spectrum disorder, or was it autistic spectrum disorder? Whatever it is, flaming heck. Yeah. So, like, even throughout school, like, it was weird, like, because I was never able to make friends or anything like that, and I had one or two friends, but not that many friends, and when I thought I was making progress, I would not make progress, and like, I've never had a friendship that's lasted longer than 2 or 3 years, and yeah, like, it's just sort of like made a lot more sense now, and this is me, as cheesy as it sounds. I'm just waffled on for 8 minutes about being autistic. I mean, I clap my hands a lot when I'm excited. I flap my arms a lot, apparently. All of these things I didn't know about myself. What else do I do? I mean, I get fixated on certain things, YouTube, Facebook, social media in general, photography, films. Yeah, like I love performing. So, like, the way I see it, right, is there's a lot of, like, famous people who are autistic. I mean, also, I am happy being me, and it gives me the validation that I'm not stupid or thick. I've got this thing called autism, but autism doesn't define me. I am still Jessica Fielding. I'm still the mad one that loves photography, singing, acting, performing, and flapping our arms around like an twat half the time. I just do things a little bit differently, and always have done. So, if anyone is watching this, if you're like a young girl or a boy or an adult, and you think you've got autism or you feel a little bit different, please do go to the doctor and ask for diagnosis. because that's what I kind of did. Like, the social worker that I had went and recommended for me to be on the waiting list. And my biggest tip is to be patient, because the waiting list can be up with you. Yeah. I mean, this has been over a year for me. It's been a year in the making. But it's one of those things. I mean, there's not a lot you can do. But I'm still gonna be me.